Hi, welcome back to Moralis. I'm Malik here, and today I will show you how we can quickly resolve crypto domain names and fetch the underlying address. We will be using React in a test demo to resolve both unstoppable domain names as well as ENS domain names. You can find the resolving functionality documentation in a docs over here. We natively support unstoppable domain through our Moralis API, and ENS is inbuilt in Web3, so we can use that directly. It is very straightforward, and with very few lines of code using Moralis, we were able to create this demo over here. All right, now let's see how this works. Okay, let's write a domain name here, vitalik.eth. You can use either unstoppable domain or ENS domain. Let's try ENS and see what the resulting address is. Here we go. This is the result. But if you resolve the unstoppable domain, you do not get an answer back because there is no .eth in unstoppable domains. So let's just go ahead and write brad.crypto. And if you click on unstoppable domain, you get the address. So this way you can fetch any address you would like, any domain name, and get the result accordingly. You can use this in your dapp and integrate it to show your users that you can search your probably NFT or your wallet through just the domain name. Before moving on to the code, make sure to create your account on Moralis to get yourself started. Once you sign up, you will receive an email with all the further instructions, how to create a server, how to integrate it with your app, etc. Other than that, if you can follow the tutorials on this channel, you will easily get yourself started. Now, let's jump on to the code. Now, we are using the basic create React app template here to get us started. The only two extra libraries that are integrated are Moralis and React Moralis. And I also use Chakra UI just for my UI components. You can use whatever you'd like, it's up to you. So the main logic resides in app.js, but the initialization happens in the index.js file. So if we move ahead, you can find out that I have my app ID and server URL over here, and I just provide it in my Moralis provider tag and wrap it around the app component. This way my Moralis is initialized and I can use it throughout the app. Let's jump into app.js. In app.js, we will be importing our Moralis hooks from the React Moralis package. These hooks make development easy and it eliminates the headache of all the async await implementation. We are using these constants from use Moralis hook later on, and for the API implementation, we would need to initialize it first, and this is the object that you would get out of it. Now the API has a lot of functions and methods. If you want to see the entire list, you would have to go to the dashboard like this over here. In the Web3 API section, you will get a list of all the functions and methods that you can call, and also related appropriate arguments and the options available for each argument to try out. You can click on the execute button and see if the API is working properly. Now for this demo, we would need to go all the way down here to get to the resolve function, and as you can see, we have the Ethereum network selected, and you can type in any crypto domain over here. So we would be using this API in our code, so let's jump back into it. So moving on, we have our domain name state and ENS address that we will use in our inputs, and the handle domain change for the input change whenever we type. And this is the API call hook that we're using. We are providing the ETH currency and domain attributes as shown in the API documentation just a second ago, and we're keeping it as autofetch false because we do not want this to be called as soon as the component renders. We want to get it called only at a click of a button. So we have this function initialized here, and the data that comes out of it is in this variable. So we will be calling this function on our button click as shown here, and we will be using the data that comes out of it over here. Now, using the API, we can only get the unstoppable domain, but if you want to get the ENS domain, we would have to use the built-in Web3 Ethereum ENS get address function. Now, this is called on the other button as we have seen here, and this basically just takes the domain name and gets back the address. The Web3 is taken directly from the hook, and that is why you have to make sure that it is initialized. So we need to check on use effect if the Web3 is enabled. If it is not, then enable it. Well, this has been it. This is a basic tutorial, and if you have any questions, please go ahead in the Moralis forum. And if you would like more tutorials, please hit like and subscribe. We have so many videos and tutorials on Web3 development. You can learn a lot out of it. This has been Malik here. Thank you for watching. Have a great one.